Hi, my name is Holly Beingessner, and I am graduating in this fall with a bachelor degree in interior design and a minor in business essentials. And I've been working with the Fashion Zone to develop a product that's an environmentally friendly backpack that's multi-use and ready to go in any situation, from an emergency to a road trip. During my fourth year, one of my thesis projects in my first semester, we were kind of creating a live-work home sort of anywhere in the world for ourselves. But then the building that I lived in had an electrical fire in November 2020. It was a really bad electrical fire, so really toxic smoke. Basically, the basement and second floor electrical shaft kind of blew up, and then all the smoke rose up 22 floors. And so we were only allowed to go back in the building the next day for an hour. We lost everything in the fridge and freezer, and I had probiotics in the fridge. It's nothing life-threatening or anything, but I didn't even have a cooler or ice packs to like bring it in or transport it in, so I just had to run it over to my friends. But it kind of made me think about like what with like people with diabetes, people going through chemotherapy, what do they use, like what products are out there for sort of a grab and go situation. My professor in my interior design class at the time, she was really understanding, and I was of course like behind in classes, and so she allowed me to sort of switch my project from an apartment and towards just designing this backpack. I was just designing it in the class. I just thought after the class, that's it. So I presented it in sort of December in front of my professor and some industry professionals, and they all loved it, sort of thing. And so after that, I thought that was done. But my professor approached me and she's like, "Did you think about like fabricating it at all, trying to make it?" And at the time I was like, "No, we never do that. Like after class is done, like the project's over." And so I just kind of left it. But then over Christmas break, I thought about it more, and I was like, this is something that's really needed. In June, I joined the Rise program, an 8-week incubator program, and that really helped me with like the business aspect of like staying on track and being accountable, sort of part of it. And then at the end of it, we like presented our final pitches, and I was really honored to have won the final pitch and be chosen for that. And that was really exciting for me as a businesswoman. And then afterwards I continued, and so now I'm just continuing creating this product. They first set me up with a mentor who kind of helped kickstart it, but that was when I was in school and wasn't focusing on it too much. And so then they gave me a lot of resources, access to resources that I didn't know I had. And Ryerson in general as well, like gives access to a lot of resources to the students, but sometimes you don't, like there's so many databases and how to search them, how to use them, what one is best for me to be using, like how do I, as like my mindset, my education's in interior design, mostly a little bit in business, like how do I kind of switch it towards learning about trying to be an engineer and parts of this. And so they were really helpful in just giving me any sort of resources I need. They would do check-ins with me whenever I needed. And then that's sort of when the Rise program happened, that's when we had more check-ins every week with mentors. I would have to say like the customer discovery, which is, I noticed, I think all the teams struggled on, and a lot of them sort of skip past it too fast. But that was a big one just in general to figure out, because my product can be like very useful for just everyday life for anyone, for people going on picnics, hiking, day trips, or it could be sort of useful for the aspect that I first made it in for people with medical issues, like any parts of that. And so it was a struggle to figure out the first like target market I was trying to access. And I was like going back and forth. People were sort of telling me different things too, but one person just sort of said it like, make sure it's like what you're passionate about, like your drive is towards, and then just keep learning about it. So obviously for me, it would be super easy to go towards just general public, environmentalist sort of target market, but my passion, I think I was stuck because my passion was towards helping those who really need it, those who have like medical issues that it's a life-threatening thing that they need, but I just don't know much about the medical industry or anything. And so I made the decision just to go for it and do that customer discovery. But then from there, I had to access sort of nurses, doctors, paramedics, anyone in that industry. And so I sort of reached out to as many people as possible that I could, and kept reaching out, doing the cold emails, cold calls, and just everything, doing all of that. And that was the biggest struggle too. And then with the COVID pandemic and everything too, nurses, doctors, paramedics, they're all busy. And so it was hard to do that, to get over that roadblock of but I made sure that was the biggest thing. I took my time. I was like, I know that this process is it's the most important part, making sure I know everything towards this industry. And so I took my time with that. My 3 goals are creating a prototype, like a real life prototype of it, partnering with sort of like non-for-profit organizations like the UN, like Red Cross, Doctors Without Borders kind of thing, because that's, in the end, my goal is to be having this product towards helping those less fortunate, those in sort of third world countries that need, like, a disaster occurs, like everyone has medication, what do they use, what do they do, or just like for day-to-day life, transporting vaccines. So the goal of just like partnering with any sort of organization, hopefully UN, and then the other one would definitely be sort of applying for grants and continuing to get grants so I can continue to do this and have the resources to fully focus on creating a really high quality product for hopefully everyone, or and just like that's overall just doing this in the future and having the resources to keep going.